justified in any form. Fear is not justified in any form. Fear is deception. Oh, fear is deception. It attests that you have seen yourself as you could never be, and therefore look upon a world which is impossible. Not one thing in this world is true. Not one thing in this world is true. It does not matter what the form in which it may appear. It witnesses but to your own illusions of yourself. Let us not be deceived today. Let us not be deceived today. Let us not be deceived today. We are the sons of God. We are the sons of God. There is no fear in us, for we are each a part of love itself. There is no fear in us, for we are each a part of love itself. Fear is not justified in any form. Fear is not justified in any form. How foolish are our fears? How foolish are our fears? Would you allow your son to suffer? Would you allow your son to suffer? God, give us faith today to recognize your son. Give us faith today to recognize your son and set him free. Let us forgive him in your name, that we may understand his holiness and feel the love for him, which is your own as well. And feel the love for him, which is your own as well. Fear is not justified in any form. Fear is not justified in any form. Fear is not justified in any form. Well, thank you all so much for joining me in studying A Course in Miracles. I'm Forgiveness Willie, teaching forgiveness from my home place here in the Ozarks. And I brought you a banana tree growing in a pot. Let's see if you can see the pot. You see right there? Anyway, growing in a pot, banana tree. Said I'd show you one after yesterday, so there it is. Fear is not justified in any form for Friday, August the 28th of 2026. And this is lesson 240 in our 365 daily lessons in the workbook for students. We're reading from the Foundation for Inner Peace version of A Course in Miracles. And I think that we are ready to do our associated reading. What is salvation? What? Be the last day for this one. Until next year. Of course, you can always read it again. What is salvation? Salvation is a promise made by God that you would find your way to Him at last. It cannot but be kept. It guarantees that time will have an end. And all the thoughts that have been born in time will end as well. God's word is given every mind which thinks that it has separate thoughts, and will replace these thoughts of conflict with the thought of peace. The The thought of peace was given to God's Son the instant that his mind had thought of war. There was no need for such a thought before, for peace was given without opposite. Peace was given without opposite and merely was. But when the mind is split, there is a need of healing. So the thought that has the power to heal the split became a part of every fragment of the mind that still was one, but failed to recognize its oneness. Now it did not know itself and thought its own identity was lost. Salvation is undoing in the sense that it does nothing, failing to support the world of dreams and malice. Thus it lets illusions go by not supporting them. It merely lets them quietly go down to dust. And what they hid is now revealed, an altar to the holy name of God. An altar to the holy name of God, whereon his word is written, with the gifts of your forgiveness laid before it, and the memory of God not far behind. Let us come daily to this holy place and spend a while together. Here we share our final dream. It is a dream in which there is no sorrow, for it holds a hint of all the glory given us by God. The grass is pushing through the soil, the trees are budding now, and birds have come to live within their branches. Earth is being born again in new perspective. Night has gone, and we have come together in the light. From here we give salvation to the world, give it to the world. For it is here salvation was received. The song of our rejoicing is the call to all the world, that freedom is returned, that time is almost over, and God's Son has but an instant more to wait until his Father is remembered. Dreams are done, eternity has shined away the world, and only heaven now exists at all, and only heaven now exists at all. And you can have heaven exist and being the only thing that exists right now. You don't have to die to get there. Just see every person, place, thing, and situation as beautiful, and use forgiveness to guide you into that miracle perception that you have within you and is there all the time, that you've just been pushing away because you weren't looking deep enough, or really, maybe I shouldn't even use the word deep, obvious enough. Weren't looking at the truth. You were caught in a maze of illusions. Anyway, we're learning to wake up by seeing everyone as beautiful, seeing them without guilt, without sin, as our dearly beloved brothers and sisters, one with God and one with us. Okay, well, let's go take a look at our text reading for today, and let's keep that in our mind throughout the day, every hour of the day. Bring that to your memory. Fear is not justified in any form. Give God thanks during those hourly remembrances. And ask Him for some direction. Make sure that you're following your what makes you happy during those hourly check-ins. That's God guides you with your own happiness. The appointed friend, Roman numeral 6 in chapter 26, the transition. Anything in this world that you believe is good and valuable and worth striving for can hurt you and will do so. Not because it has the power to hurt, but just because you have denied it is but an illusion and made it real. And it is real to you. It is not nothing, and through its perceived reality has entered all the world of sick illusions. All belief in sin, in power of attack, in hurt and harm, in sacrifice and death has come to you. For no one can make one illusion real and still escape the rest. For who can choose to keep the ones that he prefers and find the safety that the truth alone can give? Who can believe illusions are the same and still maintain that even one is best? 2. Lead not your little life in solitude with one illusion as your only friend. This is no friendship worthy of God's Son, nor one with which he would remain content. Yet God has given him a better friend in whom all power in earth and heaven rests. The one illusion that you think is friend obscures his grace and majesty from you and keeps his friendship and forgiveness from your welcoming embrace. Without him you are friendless. Seek not another friend to take his place. There is no other friend. What God appointed has no substitute. For what illusion can replace the truth? And Roman numeral, or number 3, paragraph 3, last of this section. We're going to read a little out of the next section too. Who dwells with shadows is alone indeed, and loneliness is not the will of God. Would you allow one shadow to usurp the throne that God appointed for your friend? If you but realized its emptiness has left you empty and unoccupied, make no illusion friend. For if you do, it can but take the place of him whom God has called your friend with a capital F, the Holy Spirit. And it is he who is your only friend in truth. He brings you gifts that are not of this world, and only he to whom they have been given can make sure that you receive them. He will place them on your throne when you make room for him on his. Wow. Okay, hey, before we read the laws of healing, Roman numeral 7, let me just take a pause and let you know, if you read now the original edition, you'll read chapter 26 also, but Roman numeral 7 and 8, up to paragraph 55. 1 John chapter 5, you'll read today. If you're reading through the New Testament, that'll be the last of 1 John, and we'll go to 2 John tomorrow. Iyengar Yoga, Anxiety Asanas, page 343. And then out of A Course of Love, the 40 Days and 40 Nights, read day 14. Okay, the laws of healing. This is a course in miracles. As such, the laws of healing must be understood because the purpose of the course can be accomplished. Before the purpose of the course can be accomplished, the laws of healing must be understood. Let us review the principles that we have covered and arrange them in a way that summarizes all that must occur for healing to be possible. For when it once is possible, it must occur. Wow, here's your rules of healing. All sickness comes from separation. When the separation is denied, it goes. For it is gone as soon as the idea that brought it has been healed and been replaced by sanity. Sickness and sin are seen as consequence and cause in a relationship kept hidden from awareness, that it may be carefully preserved from reason's light. 3. Guilt asks for punishment, and its request is granted. Not in truth, but in the world of shadows and illusions built on sin. The Son of God perceived what he would see because perception is a wish fulfilled. Perception changes, made to take the place of changeless knowledge, yet is truth unchanged. It cannot be perceived, but only known. What is perceived takes many forms, but none has meaning. Brought to truth, its senselessness is quite apparent. Kept apart from truth, it seems to have a meaning and be real. 4. Perception's laws are opposite to truth, and what is true of knowledge is not true of anything that is apart from it. Yet has God given answer to the world of sickness, which applies to all its forms. God's answer is eternal, though it works in time where it is needed. Yet because it is of God, the laws of time do not affect its workings. It is in this world, but not a part of it. For it is real and dwells where all reality must be. Ideas leave not their source, and their effects but seem to be apart from them. Ideas are of the mind. What is projected out and seems to be external to the mind is not outside at all, but an effect of what is in, and has not left its source. 5. God's answer lies where the belief in sin must be, for only there can its effects be utterly undone and without cause. Perception's laws must be reversed, because they are reversals of the laws of truth. The laws of truth forever will be true and cannot be reversed, yet can be seen as upside down, and this must be corrected where the illusion of reversal lies. 6. It is impossible that one illusion be less amenable to truth than are the rest, but it is possible that some are given greater value and less willingly offered to truth for healing and for help. No illusion has any truth in it, yet it appears some are more true than others, although this clearly makes no sense at all. All that a hierarchy of illusions can show is preference, not reality. What relevance has preference to the truth? Illusions are illusions and are false. Your preference gives them no reality. Not one is true in any way, and all must yield with equal ease to what God gave as answer to them all. God's will is one, and any wish that seems to go against his will has no foundation in the truth. 7. Sin is not error, for it goes beyond correction to impossibility. Yet the belief that it is real has made some errors seem forever past the hope of healing and the lasting grounds for hell. If this were so, would heaven be opposed by its own opposite, as real as it? Then would God's will be split in two, and all creation be subjected to the laws of two opposing powers, until God becomes impatient, splits the world apart, and relegates attack unto himself. Thus has he lost his mind, proclaiming sin has taken his reality from him, and brought his love at last to vengeance's heels. For such an insane picture, an insane defense can be expected, but cannot establish that the picture must be true. 8. Nothing gives meaning where no meaning is, and truth needs no defense to make it true. Illusions have no witnesses and no effects. Who looks on them is but deceived. Forgiveness is the only function here, and serves to bring the joy this world denies to every aspect of God's Son, where sin was thought to rule. Perhaps you do not see the role forgiveness plays in ending death and all beliefs that rise from mists of guilt. Sins are beliefs that you impose upon your brother and yourself. They limit you to time and place and give a little space to you, another little space to him. This separating off is symbolized in your perception by a body which is clearly separate and a thing apart. Yet what this symbol represents is but your wish to be apart and separate. And the last paragraph we'll read for today, about halfway through this section, 9. Forgiveness takes away what stands between your brother and yourself. It is the wish that you be joined with him and not apart. We call it wish because it still conceives of other choices and has not yet reached beyond the world of choice entirely. Yet is this wish in line with heaven's state and not in opposition to God's will? Although it falls far short of giving you your full inheritance, it does remove the obstacles that you have placed between the heaven where you are and recognition of where and what you are. Facts are unchanged, yet facts can be denied and thus unknown, though they were known before they were denied. Okay, we'll be ready for paragraphs 10 tomorrow. Fear is not justified in any form. Let's be sure to keep that in your mind all through the day and do your 2 longer practice periods where you think of that and sit in the quiet morning and evening. Let God teach you. Raksha Bandhan continues for some Hindus, your brother-sister bond confirmation. Valakshmi Vratam, which is a Hindu celebration honoring the goddess Lakshmi. 4th Onam, which is also a Hindu festival, the harvest festival. It's a 10-day festival. And day's the 4th day of it, I guess. Dormition of the Theotokos, which is the Eastern Orthodox celebration. Feast of St. Augustine of Hippo, a Catholic celebration. And then I found the rest of these on holidays and observances. Crackers over the keyboard. Race your mouse around the keyboard day. Daffodil Day. And it's World Daffodil Day. There's 36 to 76 species or genera of daffodil and 76 species of daffodil. Usually about the first thing that blooms in the spring around here. Dream Day, and we're trying to turn our dreams into forgiving dreams. They're still dreams, but they don't add illusions to illusions. They're a dream that ends illusions and gives you freedom to access the memory of God. Forgive your foe day. Well, that's what we're dreaming about, learning to forgive our foe, which we don't even want to have a foe. We want to look at everyone as part of ourselves, part of our the love of God. Forgive your foe day. International Read Comics in Public Day. Bow Tie Day. Cherry Turnover Day. The Prunus avium for the sweet cherry, and Prunus syraxis for your sour cherry. Power Rangers Day. Radio Commercial Day. Rainbow Bridge Remembrance Day. Crossing the Rainbow Bridge into heaven. All you're usually think of that. I think a lot of people think of that as pets crossing over, which I am convinced that what has life has immortality, and they're crossing the Rainbow Bridge. You'll see them again. You can see them even in this world. You don't have to die to stay in contact. Red Wine Day, the Vitis vinifera. And then out of number 144 in the herb book, the low cudweed everlasting, the annual herb that the whole herb is used for medicine, the Naphthalinium oleaginosum, astringent, diaphoretic, and diuretic. The branching, creeping stem bears sessile, which means no stem, linear in a line, straight sides, to spatulate, spoon-shaped, pointed leaves that resemble a mouse's ear, used as a diuretic and a mouthwash and gargle for mouth and throat problems. And then T. Camellia sinensis, out of Edible Landscaping, And it says of the tea camellia, the profuse flowering, dense rounded evergreen Camellia cisensis, whose leaves are used for green, black, and white tea, is an excellent ornamental. Glossy dark green leaves and a white fall flower with yellow centers. Bush is compact and round, about 6 foot tall and 5 foot wide. Tea is tender to strong this plant is tender to strong winter winds and can defoliate from being too cold. Tea is as hardy or hardier than most camellia. In Zone 7, plants do well protected on the east side of a building, probably the south side, east side, back east. Generally, tea enjoys dappled shade. The bush is not susceptible to insect damage or disease. Leaves are harvested throughout the growing season, picked when they are small, space a 6 foot circle, Zone 6B to 8. Okay, and our word for peace, we're going to take it from our Inupiat brothers. They're in the Arctic, and their word is Kinuinakj. Kinuinakj. Fear is not justified in any form. And let's see if I can get set up. And it looks like we're going to have time to go through our song, the whole thing, if I can get set up in time. There we go. We will close with our song, and we'll go through it again, so you get to hear it twice. What we'll be thinking about all through the day. Fear is not justified in any form. Fear is not justified in any form. Fear is deception. It attests that you have seen yourself as you could never be, and therefore look upon a world which is impossible. Not one thing in this world is true, not one thing. It does not matter what the form in which it may appear. It witnesses but to your own illusions of yourself. Let us not be deceived today. Let us not be deceived today. We are the sons of God. There is no fear in us. For we are each a part of love itself. Fear is not justified in any form. Fear is not justified in any form. How foolish are our fears. Would you allow your son to suffer? Give us faith today to recognize your son and set him free. Let us forgive him in your name, that we may understand his holiness and feel the love for him, which is your own as well. Fear is not justified in any form. Fear is not justified in any form. Fear is not justified in any form. Next time you feel a little twinge of guilt, say, well, I must have forgot who I am. Because fear is not justified in any form, and it's only an illusion of myself that thinks that I'm vulnerable and can be hurt in any way. I'm always in God's arms and love and care. Fear is not justified in any form, and as our Eskimo brothers, the Inupiat people, say, Kinuinakj, for peace. Fear is not justified in any form. Kinuinakj.